The spec is back. The spec is back. The spec is back. And we're going to look at the chart. It's the August 25th episode of Health Tech Deals.
I'm better. I'm back. I'm better. Okay, so this is it, Jessica. This is the Achilles chart. It spacked out on Monday morning over here, and for about 10 minutes,
they were flying high.
It was worth $2.5 billion. If you had been awake, if I'd been awake at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Coast time and remembered what I said in Health Tech Nerds, hey, this should be a big short the first day. Didn't realize it was a big short the first hour. By the time you're an hour later, it's gone from 35 to 20. And then by the middle of the day, it's down at 7.
I love how they were probably like, screw it. Let's just go to lunch. How much worse can this get? And then they're like, come back from lunch. Like, oh no.
Somebody somewhere bought this in the 30s and is like really having extreme pain. And I don't know how much it traded, but the joke is, right, it's still worth more than Pear. And Pear has got a much bigger pipeline, but
interesting.
Yeah, that's
chart of like this chart is like the general interest. I feel like in healthcare, in DTX, like overall over time. Like if you were to market, like
where are we in time compared to this chart?
I feel like we're right around like somewhere between 12 and 12:30. Like we're starting way.
So we got a way to go down.
Right around there.
All the real heavy trading volume happened when it was about 6, 7, 8. And people going, okay, I can't.
And I'm out.
Got to get out now while it's still good. No, that's the joke, right? It's still worth more than Pear Therapeutics, but not much. But I mean, that was the thing. Like, I went, how are they going to possibly? They said this thing's worth $1 billion on the opening, when the comparable companies are trading for 200, 300 million. And Chamath, it's his SPAC record with Clover and Virgin, all the other ones are in the toilet. Yeah, I wish I'd been up there that Thursday. All right. Well, it's actually, I hope Achilles, it's apparently a really good product. I hope they have success.
That's what I've heard too. Same thing about Pear, actually. I mean, like, there's a couple of these that have been hanging around for a while now. Silver Cloud, which we saw get acquired by Amwell, but like, it's like there's a couple of these DTXs that are just, making some headway. But
I don't know. It's early days for them to be going public.
A funding event should have been waited on a little bit.
Well, they raised a bit more money and hopefully they will get out silly alive. But I think if you bought at 35, it's a long way back.
Oh, what do you think is going to happen with Amazon and Signify, or like Signify and like any number of the suitors that they're courting? My God, I've never heard so much like about a company.
Well, I mean, that went up quite a bit, right? So it's bumped. Well, that shot up, but it bumped up to closer to where it had been. But it's been a lot higher in the past, right? Of course, as they all have. But I mean, basically, they got rid of their, prospective payments. Piece completely. They just shut that down. They fired a bunch of people, and they're just going to try and sell the home care part of it. And it shows you that CBS, Amazon, and who's the other bidder in there? United, who'll probably end up with it already. United bought that big home care, long-term care chain. They'll probably, home care matters a lot, and they don't want to get in there, and it'll get over a price. And your friend, who's the the guy who runs it?
Kyle Armbruster.
Kyle, thank you for remembering his name. Which one of us has Alzheimer's, and which one of us is young and intelligent?
Yeah. Which one of us has interviewed him 3 times, including the day that Signify went public?
Have you interviewed
when they acquired Caravan? That was the last time that I interviewed him. Was when they acquired Caravan.
Yeah, well, maybe there's the exit interview coming up.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, I'd love to hear about how that went. I want all the juicy details about like what they were doing, like playing people off of each other. I would love to hear. And your doppelganger, Matthew Holt.
Yeah.
Diabolical at this point.
Somebody said on Twitter, aren't I jealous of them? And I went, let me count the ways,
And not just right now either. This has been an ongoing thing. And your passive aggressiveness takes his badge at events at JP Morgan. I'm just outing you there. I'll get back at him. I'm taking
I offered him 10% of my Twitter followers for 10% of his money, and somehow he didn't want to do the deal. All right, let's go.
Let's talk about deals. Okay, this is great. Happy Ring gets $60 million in a Series A because why not invest in another wearable? Matthew Holt, what are your thoughts?
This is from the guy Sean Rad, the guy who founded Tinder. So, and this is a ring, just like the Aura ring, the one that you think is too big to put on. You have to be a basketball player to wear it, which measures your sleep and your exercise. This one measures your sympathetic nervous system, and with 4 waves, I'm reading the press release, 4 wavelengths of light, 3-axis movement tracking, 2 temperature centers, brainwave data combined with biofeedback, enhanced self-awareness, and it'll help you with your sleep and your daily routine and heart rate monitoring and your guided breathing, and has CBT. And they want $20 a month for it. Good luck.
All right, patient engagement company Upfront buys PatientBond, which is a data science company. No disclosed amount on this. What do you think?
No, well, Upfront raised about 20 million. PatientBond raised about 11. It's an analytics company, so it's a nice fit in there. I heard a rumor on one of the Slack groups that it's growing quite nicely, and we do need more patient engagement all around. So good luck to them.
All right, Nitra gets 62 million. This is a credit card for doctors. Andreessen is in this, and a bunch of others.
So I think it's part of a bigger fintech play. The first product is a credit card for doctors, which they're supposed to use to buy all their supplies. Why the hell they need another credit card is beyond me. But clearly, Andreessen, NEA, Pantera, bunch of people saw something in this.
Yeah, I don't get this one. All right, what about Digital Diagnostic? They get 75 million, brings their total up to 130. This is cool. They're using AI to diagnose things. They're like that diabetic eye disease.
Yeah, so there's Viz AI for the strokes. There's one we talked about for gut health, AI for gut health in StopBot. This is AI, which both is for diabetic retinopathy, studying your eyes, looking at it, and also for your skin. They've got a skincare company. AI for that's a big deal.
All right, what about Ubie? They get 26.2 million in a Series C. Brings your total up to 60. This is a medical intake platform.
Yeah, so this is kind of a chatbot symptom checker thing. It's from Japan, works in Japanese, also works in English. They're coming to America allegedly. And this round was basically with a bunch of Japanese folks. You may recall, Jessica, that we went to Tokyo a few years ago. Remember? Had some blowfish sushi and enjoyed ourselves. Ubie was on the stage there with us, or with me anyway. I don't know if you were on the stage or not that time. And they were talking about just getting going. And they've done quite well apparently during the pandemic. They're using it not to kind of replace doctors, a la Babylon symptom checker. They're using it to improve the intake and get a better history in front of the doctor, which is probably more sort of culturally appropriate in Japan. I think you're quite ready to dump the doctor there, but they're another one in the list of, you've got Giant, you've got Bui, you've got Babylon itself, you've got Ada, bunch of others, symptom checkers like Informatica and others. So, here's an entry from Japan and the same thing. And there are a lot of people in Japan who have a lot of medical issues. So doing it in Japanese is probably a pretty big home market they can milk, I would think. We'll see. Good luck to them.
Yeah, good luck to everybody.
Well, I don't see all that other lot doing Japanese anytime soon.
I would not count out that happy ring. Who knows?
The happy ring is going to give it, might be.
I mean, I don't know. That might be a big thing there. Who knows?
I can tell whether I'm happy or not because my ring says so.
I don't know. Greater self-awareness, you said. Maybe we should get you one of these.
Every day, I am more and more self-aware.
To find out whether or not I launch a GoFundMe to fund Matthew Holt getting his happy ring, head on over to Twitter and follow me. I am at Jess DaMassa. You can follow him while you're there to get all of the play-by-play as he unboxes it and then opens it and then attempts to wear it. And then we'll see if he gets greater self-awareness. Ooh, this is a story that just won't end. He is over there on Twitter at BoltyBoy. And to never
be happier. I know that song.
What are you singing?
My kids sing this song all the time. There's a hit song. Well, I wish I could be happier. Or is it I wish you could be happy? There's a song about being happier. It's a big hit. It wasn't in the last year.
Okay.
Maybe it's the ring. Maybe it was the whole. Maybe it was a precursor for the ring.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
All right.
We'll catch you guys next time. Talk to you real soon. Bye.